Alright, and welcome back. We are on chapter 3. That is going to be page 36. And this is by unpopular demand. This is the second of these videos being redone. Apparently the first one, when I uploaded it to YouTube, didn't quite work out right. So we're going to go ahead and start from scratch on this guy. I've gone ahead and opened up series, which is a file you'll find on the CD. And as you can see here, it's kind of uncompleted. We have the month and the Fabricam being the customer. So we're going to go ahead and play with this just a little bit. So let's say I clicked on Fabricam, brought my mouse down to this corner, and drug it down. As you can see, it filled in the rest. Really convenient. Now let's see what happens if I try that on the word January. I'm going to go ahead, click on that, drag it down, and you'll notice it didn't just copy it, it filled in the difference. January, February, March, April, so on. And if I were to keep going, that would, of course, loop back around at the beginning of the next year. So you might be thinking, how did it do that? Well, that's because it's storing dates in a numeric format. It just looks like words to us. If you know what that means, great. If you don't, that's fine too. So what if I were to hold Control while I do this? Control being the key furthest in the bottom left of your standard Windows keyboard. Click, drag, and now we get the January. And what happens when we hold the Control on Fabricam? Same thing. It just copies it to duplicates it completely there. And that's called a fill handle. That guy in the corner right down there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to type the word January. You notice how it starts to autofill there? That again, it's autofilling. That's really convenient. Once you type something, you don't have to type it over and over again. You really won't have to worry about that. Next thing we're going to have to do here is we're going to actually go down on the bottom option here. Where is that guy? Right here. Drag down, and notice this guy's right here. Autofill options. So I'm going to click on that. Now we can do a few different things in here. I could have picked copy cells, which, as you can see, made more Januaries. Go scroll down, click here. We could have done fill series, which what it's doing, completing the series. And that also works with numbers, by the way. So we can fill series numbers. It just knows. It even can figure out other series. Let's say if you did 2, 4, 6, 8, any kind of pattern you could think of, it's going to pick up on and continue for you. Now we continue, drag, bring this out. Now this is the interesting feature. Fill formatting only. Say you came up with some really fancy formatting. And for this case I have this in bold. And so I decide I'm going to expand it out. But you notice initially it's going to write over customer. But I want fill formatting only. So it copied the formatting over without actually copying the data. I could have done fill without formatting, where it just filled in the text without copying over the boldness, or complete copy, whatever you were looking for. And that pretty much sums up what they wanted me to cover in this chapter. There is one thing I did want to pick on here, and that was copying an entire column. I should have copied this earlier in the book, but I forgot to. We can actually click on the E column, copy, click somewhere else, and paste, and there you can see we have that actually copies completely over. You can copy entire columns. Now we go on to the whole document. So you are set. You do have an activity that I think is really worth taking a look at. I usually don't say that about these activities. I usually don't think they're worth your time. That's on page 39. Definitely worth your time. Covers pretty much what I just covered. But definitely something you want to play with to kind of get the hang of. Alright, I'll see you in the next section.